All right, welcome to our review for Wicked for Good.
Yeah,
This is
yeah,
the last time we'll be talking about Wicked for
yeah.
Good. Oh,
For good, probably anyway.
last year we reviewed Wicked, and
Yeah.
that's about that's about it.
I mean,
Because
yeah. I mean, I was familiar with some of the music. At least I've never seen like the production, but I'm familiar with the music of the musical and the general like plotting of the musical.
okay, yeah, that's a good point to
So like
make.
I even kind of knew sort of like I don't remember like exactly how everything happened because again I've never seen it staged. I've never seen like a production of it, but I knew like the general plot beats and stuff of kind of sort of what happens during it. So I wasn't like unfamiliar with this completely. But that being said, I mean, I would say because I had never seen it, I wasn't like intimately familiar with the story or anything like that. Like I to the point where like I don't even know it, without looking it up, I wouldn't have been able to tell you what was added the uh to the film version versus the Broadway original. So
Right?
but meanwhile, Zach was, from my understanding, he knew probably some of the music through like pop culture stuff, but other than that, not
Yeah.
much.
So I only knew that it was Wizard of Oz inspired in
Hmm.
some way, and then I knew Defying Gravity just from hearing that around. And I knew
Right.
Popular when I didn't know that I knew Popular, but Ariana Grande has a song that's basically the same harmony, the
That.
same exact thing as that, like a
Yeah.
modernized version. But yeah, so I didn't know anything then. I didn't know how the story goes in the second half either, so was blind on
Hmm.
both times. So, but as with all our reviews, we didn't talk about anything beforehand. So we're coming in blind. We're gonna give our gut
Right.
score, which is our score out of 10, our gut check score, and that's what we're feeling right now. And then we'll do our review. We'll discuss, lock in our final scores at the end. All right.
All
There's
right.
I got this Wicked for Good poster.
Oh,
And I
okay.
got this. This is the other side.
I was going to say, does it have like matching sides? Yeah,
Yeah.
that's cool. I
All
dig.
right. Wicked for Good. Wow. All right. Three, two, one. Flip. 7.5.
6.5.
Okay.
Yeah.
I feel like we'll
Uh,
probably agree on a lot of the criticisms.
yeah. I didn't love it, and this is the thing. This is the thing that I knew going in. The music of the second half is not nearly as memorable as the music in the first half.
For sure.
Like I knew like I think I knew just for good. I think that was like the only song that I knew,
And
which
we'll
is like
and we'll do no
I,
spoilers to start, and then we'll say when we
yeah.
go into spoilers.
I think that was like pretty much the only song I knew.
Okay.
I liked I think there were two new songs. I liked one of them. I liked the new song for Glinda. I liked that a lot. That was the
The
girl in
bubble.
the bubble.
That's the only one I knew that was
Um
new. I don't know what the other one was.
yeah. The other one was home
No
there's no
place like
place like
home.
home, I
Oh,
think.
okay.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Um which I didn't think was all that remarkable. Girl in the Bubble actually like I don't like I like it for what it's doing narratively, like introspectively. I didn't like love it as a song, but like that sequence as a whole was very good.
Uh-huh.
Like that was very memorable to me. That was one of the more memorable parts of the movie to me.
Okay.
And then of course the last final duet is was just lovely.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, so I really liked the original film. I really like Wicked a lot. If anything, I don't even remember what I gave it for a score
Hmm.
last time. I feel like I kind of maybe even came up on it a little bit since then. Like just thinking about it and how much I really enjoyed it.
Yeah.
It's really good. I think it's a really fun, um, really enjoyable production. I just had a lot of problems with, and I think these are inherent problems. I think even with the Broadway musical, based on things that
That's what I've heard. Yeah.
I things that I knew about it going in. I was like, yeah, I don't know if they're going to be able to like fix some of the things that I think are kind of inherent problems. And like, I the thing is, like, I didn't even necessarily know 100% that they were like inherent problems. I just knew like, oh, this character is this, and this happens to this character. Like I knew like kind of general
Okay.
stuff like that. But like seeing it all come together, it ended up being a lot more frustrating than I was expecting. Like I, there is just some like things that happen. Like everyone feels like they get hit with a stupid stick for like 90% of the movie.
It's true.
Um, and like it was a little frustrating at times to really watch it. Um and unlike the first one, I genuinely felt that like the movie felt kind of bloated. Like it didn't need to be as long as it was. And
Oh,
um
interesting. Interesting. Okay.
yeah, I think nothing sells it better than the little girl that was sitting behind me, that throughout like most of the last 20 minutes of the movie she was like, she actually said audibly at one point, can this movie just end? And like
Damn.
everyone started laughing. I was like, wow, that's harsh.
That's rude.
I was like, that is kind of, it was kind of rude. I was like, wow. But
Imagine
it was
someone's
funny,
like,
like
imagine someone just so into it, invested in that
sobbing.
moment.
Yeah,
Can this
I
movie just
know.
end?
Yeah.
Damn.
Well, thankfully it was during like, it wasn't during like, I would say the more emotional beats. It was kind of
Uh,
during like the extended kind of like ending, like where stuff is just happening. She's like, oh, this movie just be over.
It'd be funny if it was during the emotional one. It's like, oh
It would be
Jesus, can
really
we get this on already? Like,
yeah.
dude.
Then I probably would have been like, come on. Let us enjoy it. Let's absorb the moment.
Here's what I'll say. I had a unique
Mhm.
viewing experience because I watched it early in the day on like Thursday, like the earliest
Oh,
possible
okay.
screening. I watched it
So you went
then.
to a preview.
I
Yeah.
watched it then with my girlfriend, and then later that night I watched it again with my mom and my brother. So 2 times in one day.
Okay.
And I'll
Wow.
say in that second viewing, I went up. I started at a 7 and I moved up to 7.5. I actually liked it
Okay.
more
Interesting.
the second time
Interesting.
because I think the things that were grating on me weren't as like once you go in knowing what you're in for, I was able to enjoy it more. And
Hmm.
the more emotional parts actually resonated with me more than they did the first time.
Mm.
And yeah, I'll say I think yeah the music's significantly worse. There are a couple
Yeah.
really good tracks still, but it's obviously is noticeably not as good. I'd say a lot of the character arcs just feel rushed, and that's the biggest problem.
100%. And that is, I guess, a very inherent in the musical too, because like
Yeah,
characters are just like, I'm this kind of character now, and this is what's going to happen to be. And it's like, oh, okay, I don't know how that
yeah.
happened.
So
Like
I
all of a
tried
sudden,
going into the review to not. I literally
yeah,
purposely was like, I don't want to hear anything about this movie before I go into
mm,
it, and I avoided
yeah,
everything until like the day before. I was just scrolling my email, and it was like, one of the things said, with the mixed reception of Wicked for Good, do you think this messes up the
yeah.
Oscar chances?
Uh,
But it's like it's mixed in a sense. It's not like negative.
yeah,
Like I still see
yeah. There's
mostly
definitely,
positive from fans,
yeah,
or at least people are like, it's okay. They kind of did what they could with the material essentially, and
right,
I still really appreciate the journey, and I appreciate the
yeah.
performances. It was great just to see Ariana Grande, Cynthia Erivo, what they could do. Ariana
Our two
Grande,
our two leads in particular are they're great. I mean, I think I would obviously lean towards, I think their performances in the first one were just that much better,
yeah.
but they still carry the film very well. Like uh, both of them were great. I really just
So
um
yeah, even if the movie I don't think is
yeah,
the best, I still think that that's just a joy to watch them. And
yeah,
Jeff Goldblum surprisingly had some funny moments in this movie. Like I actually
yeah.
really enjoyed him in this. I enjoyed him in the first, but he had some more moments to shine. I actually liked his song, which was a
Oh
weird
yeah,
one.
I would agree with that. I think his song was a lot of fun.
Wonderful.
Yeah,
Yeah. And then
he's the wonderful Wizard of Oz.
yeah, so For Good is really good. No Good Deed is great. And I did enjoy the As Long as You're Mine. duet as well.
Yeah, I think it was fine. I remember thinking like I could tell it was like, man, they're trying extremely hard to make this a PG movie because I'm like, this is a very like this is a very
Absolutely.
intimate and sensual song. I was like, this is like really intense. And I was getting that from them, but I was like, but there's something that's really being held back here. I can really feel it at the same time. I'm like,
Yeah, she.
there's the sexual tension and dynamics between the two of them is just like it's like I'm like there's a lot happening here,
Yeah,
but
a shirt
they
was
can't show
removed.
anything.
A shirt was
That's
removed,
about
and
it.
that was it. Yeah,
Yep.
that you just have to fill in the rest. Yeah.
Yeah.
I will say the nice wicked line quote got a good reaction from my crowd. That Elphaba says, but
Mhm.
yeah. So I mean, other stuff obviously is very much spoilers we'll get into, but yeah, I'd just
Mhm.
say I ultimately ended up liking it more than I didn't,
Yeah.
and so I came out more positive than I expected because when I first watched, I was like, it was okay, and it was just kind of the shock and how different it is from the original quality wise.
Yeah. It's a lot it's a lot darker than the first one, like kind of like more depressing,
Yeah.
and I just don't think it worked. To me, I just don't think the tonal balance is there. I just don't think it really works. Um but we can get into that
And there's
here.
specific things
Uh,
that I definitely would nitpick about the story and then certain major things. And just ultimately how it all resolves isn't super satisfying to me.
yeah.
I have like a slight change that I would make to the end that would just make it infinitely better for me. But yeah. So
Yeah.
it's not as strong, but if you're still a Wicked fan, like obviously it's
I think
required
it's still
viewing, but
it is required viewing if you've gone and seen the
if you like the
Broadway
original.
musical and you're a fan, if you like the original, I think it's just basically required viewing.
Mhm.
Um, but
But yeah,
if
after
you
the
know, if
fact, I did hear. Yeah, even when I tried to avoid stuff, after the fact, I looked at
yeah,
a couple like fan reactions, and it was like essentially, yeah, surprise, surprise. The weaker half of Wicked wasn't as,
yeah,
as strong as
it
the
wasn't
movie.
as
But
good. Yeah, yep.
yeah,
So there's some stuff you can't always fix in post. I feel like they probably could have, but like maybe they wanted to stay. The person who wrote the book of the musical was like heavily involved in the screenplay writing for this, so it's like okay, well, they're not obviously going to give up, the you know
hmm
extremely successful musical, like the general plotting of it. They're not going to go in and tinker around with it all that much. So even though
it,
I think they should have.
it is interesting to note that the production of this movie was just the first that last movie and this movie all together. They did the production
Yeah,
all at once, so you essentially just cut it in half
yeah,
in editing. So
right,
it's interesting to think about
right.
too. Like I wonder as a whole product how that would feel if it was somehow all together. But
I
yeah,
think some theaters were doing showings like that. They
yeah, the
were
back
they
to
were going to
back,
do it
yeah,
like that, but yeah. But that's a long. I mean, it's like it's a Broadway musical. It's 2.5 hours, but like it's like over 5 hours to watch this. Like
yeah,
it's like
can't do
that's a
it.
lot. That's a big ask. I don't know about that.
I
That's
say I can't do it, but I did
uh,
watch this movie twice, but
you did
not
you
back to
did
back.
do
There
that.
was some hours between at least.
You took a break at least.
Ironically, I was like falling asleep in the beginning the first time I watched
Hmm.
it, and the second time I was locked in, and I
It is kind of slow
just
going in
slow,
the very beginning.
just slow in the beginning.
Yeah,
But yeah.
yeah,
All right, so we go into the spoilers.
yeah.
All right,
Let's
so
go.
go ahead and watch it. Obviously, if you enjoyed the first one, you're gonna go watch it anyway. So stay away.
Hmm. Yeah,
All right,
but
so yeah, I didn't know
yeah,
going into this. I said this in the last preview. Probably is like, what are they gonna do with these characters? Like these supporting characters. Like there has to be more to them because they're like when people talk about Wicked, it's like you know it should. There was like the board game had like Fiero and Nessa Rose on there and Bach.
yeah.
It's like these characters barely had anything in the first movie, so there's got to be more in the second one. I didn't know that's what was happening when I heard, and even in the trailer when they showed that the Wizard of Oz characters would be there. I still thought they were like different characters that they were just
Yeah.
coming in like making a little cameo moment or something. You know, I
Hmm.
didn't know that
Hmm.
was like the characters from Wicked change into
Yep.
them. Yeah.
Yep. Yep. That's kind of like the big plot point that I was like that I knew of. That, and of course the ending where she fakes her death. But the thing that I didn't know is that she fakes her death and Glinda doesn't know. I was like, I thought this was like a cute thing they did together, but instead it's
I
just like, no,
know.
she hid that from her for some reason. And I was like, but
And Glinda bought it.
why though?
She bought the fake news.
Yeah,
How
she
did that
bought the fake
happen?
news. It's like, I guess she's kind of ditzy or whatever, but like, what? How
My
did she just buy that?
my brother made a good point right out of the theater. Is like, did
Yeah.
she not see her shower once in their time rooming together?
I do like I like that was like the propaganda. I don't know, that was just really fun to
But
me.
they
Like,
threw it.
oh,
It was a
she's this
throwaway
horrible person.
propaganda in the beginning, like that dude
Yeah,
doing his thing in the musical
yeah.
number, saying,
Mhm.
"And she's so wicked that pure water can melt her." And
Right.
then Glinda's just like, "Yes, that is
Yes,
what just
that's
happened
true.
before my eyes." Like people are just making up rumors, and then suddenly it just manifested itself. Like she did become, like, she's not wicked, but she just like
Right.
became wicked, and so now she's weakened by water. Like, where does this
Is
random
that
weakness
actually?
go?
Yeah. Right.
So that's weird. And
It was a
I
little
mean,
it was a
if
little
we
weird,
skip right there, my biggest change I would make to the ending, I think it's not satisfying. I think they should know, like Linda should know that Elphaba's alive. That's inherently
I
always, it's like, it doesn't feel good when it's like, but she's still alive. I think the only thing you need to do is like even a post credit scene where you see like Glinda sees a window break or a door fly open and she goes out
yeah.
and there's no one there. Wouldn't that be a nice
Right,
little poetic thing? But it's just like
but she kind of like, there's a sense that maybe somehow she's still
that she's
alive, yeah,
out
or
there.
something.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
I thought that would be nice.
Yeah. I kind of I agree. Like, to me it would make it more compelling and solidifying of their friendship if it was essentially like a ruse, like a lie that they cooked up to better. Basically, like Glinda's like, I'm from now on. We both changed each other for good. That's the whole song. We've changed each other for the better. Well, they say not for the better, but for good.
How can we
Okay,
say, who are we to say for the
semantics.
better? Yeah.
Yeah. But and then as sort of a testament to that, like they'll never accept us when we're like as like a team together, just because like ever all the lies that have been spun, no one will buy it. But this is something that we can do as a testament to our friendship. This is what I thought, because I guess I didn't realize that
Yeah.
it was like kept a secret. I thought it was like a thing, that trick that they played together, and that Glinda is able to just go on and be, having been inspired by Elphaba as her friend, and like to be a better person, to be a lot less like um you know vapid and like just obsessed with popularity, and that Elphaba is able to just to go on and live her life the way she wants to, like freed from Oz, because Oz has never been kind to her whatsoever. She's able to go off and do her own thing out beyond the wastes. But no, it's like, oh, they just keep it from Glinda, and she just never knows
Yeah.
that Elphaba's okay. Like,
It's not,
oh,
I don't like
okay,
that. Yeah. Because what we see in the movie is essentially a cliche you see in other movies as like a momentary misdirect where it's like, and then they come back and they actually realize that that's not the
yeah,
case. Like you see that a lot in movies where it's like they witness
right,
something, and it's, or it could even be like one of those things where you think someone's betraying you from how they're talking or something, and then you go and they've discovered the truth. But this one, no, you just
mm,
don't discover the truth. It's just she got tricked too.
yeah.
Right.
The thing to me, the first thing that I was like, whoa, we'll pump the brakes here with the movie,
Mhm.
because I was like, this, what? was Nessa Rose as a character.
Yeah, she
Just
did.
completely.
Absolute heel turn on Nessa.
I was like, what? What is going on here? It's like she's so upset the fact that that Bach is not in love with her that she's like she becomes like an authoritarian, like persecute all the Munchkins. Like, what
That's
is
right. That's
happening right now?
absolutely.
I was like, what? I was like, what is this?
She was like,
Where did that come
it's
from?
like
I was
she's
so
so
shocked by
so
that.
obsessed with him suddenly that
Yeah,
like as soon as he leaves that room, she's like, quick, put this ordinance in effect. Go
yeah. It's
scribble
just
this. Like no Munchkins. Sorry. Damn it.
yeah. No, they can't leave Munchkinland ever. It's like they're just like, oh, okay, great. So
Yeah.
all Munchkin's rights have been completely revoked.
And so she turns into straight psycho, like
Yeah,
leaving Bach. What
yeah,
are you talking about leaving?
yeah. And then that whole scene of like when she's like, "No, his heart will belong to me." That whole thing was like, "Elphaba, do something. Elphaba, you can stop this right now. Just like go over there and shut the book and be like, stop, stop it." And she just stands there. She's like, "Wait, no, stop! Don't let
No.
it happen." No, and then his heart starts shrinking, and then it's like, "Oh well, the only
And
thing
it
I guess
becomes
the
like
only thing I can do is save him."
it's like a body horror movie unfolding behind that door. Like
Yeah,
he's fucking
I kind of maybe I don't know. It would have been kind of maybe interesting to see that
to
transformation,
see
but I
it.
think it makes for the more fun twist of him to like
Yeah.
come out. He's just a Tin Man, you know.
Axe. They have little
With an
teases of
axe.
it because you see him using the axe,
Mm.
and then he's got the little teapot and everything.
Hmm.
But yeah, that was wild.
Yeah.
Because Nessa, like to be fair, ever since the original movie, she was never really a good sister to Elphaba. That much you could see. Like
Yeah.
she never stood up for her. She was always like kind of like, I don't want that negative reputation. Um,
Right.
but then this like full evil heel turn was sudden. It's like we need to get this move on, and we didn't.
Yeah. We.
There was no groundwork being laid. Like they could have easily done something in the original movie to show like, oh, it's like a unhealthy attachment she's got going on here.
Right. Yeah. An unhealthy attachment, and also like I don't really remember her like magical skill being like she's the Wicked Witch of the East.
Wicked Witch
Right.
of the East. Yeah.
Um. And so that's kind of like the big twist there. It's like, oh, okay, she's the Wicked Witch of the, which is like I already knew some of that stuff, but I had forgotten about the whole ruby slippers thing,
Yeah, because like
which is like,
somehow I missed all these details. Like in the original,
yeah,
I never even
I'd
thought that
forgotten
would
that.
be because
Yeah,
her father gave her those. But then, like
right.
in her lifting her up. By the way,
They
it's
turned
such a
red.
weird thing. Like lift my spirits, and then she literally lifts her, and she's like, "Yeah, that's exactly what I was talking about. This is awesome." My feet are hot. These slippers are
Yeah,
hot. Shoot, and then
yeah,
it just goes off the rails from there.
yeah,
And then the whole dropping the house on her. They really robbed us
yeah.
of the iconic shot, though. I was really waiting to see those feet under that house, and they didn't give us that.
Yeah, I was surprised. I was surprised about that too. I was like, wow,
It, it
I was
was
kind
it
of,
was funny how they cut in though. They cut into that
yeah,
scene, and Glinda's like, "All right, bye, bye, Dorothy."
yeah, yeah. Bye, Dorothy.
She already
Yeah,
gave off the slippers right off the
and
corpse.
the Munchkins are all dancing, leading her on the yellow brick road.
Yeah. It's funny how
Fun,
the yada
but
yada. It's like Dorothy. Stuff happens like off screen. You never see Dorothy. Yeah.
from my understanding is that she literally doesn't even show up in the Broadway production at all.
Oh, okay.
So it's kind of like
How does that work?
like in the sense that like we don't see. I think the only time we might see her at all is when Elphaba gets doused. Like she's not like we don't like cut to her like very frequently.
Mm-hmm.
And from my understanding, I could be mistaken on that, but I feel like I remembered reading that she's like doesn't really actually show up really in the original, but like I don't know, it was kind of fun to see that because it was like I was like, oh yeah, they didn't, and they also didn't do something weird where that's like they like showed like a horrifying AI version of
Judy.
her or something. It's like they just shot this girl that looked a little similar to Judy Garland from Reverse,
That
basically.
would have been great. they did give us a brief like young Jeff Goldblum jump scare.
That looked awful. That
It
looked
was like
horrible.
a little
That
Tron
was,
Legacy moment for us. That
yeah,
would
it
have
was.
been.
I
I
was
would
like,
have loved. I would have loved a full Dorothy close up.
oh god, that would have been horrible.
It's just
It's like
terrifying.
Princess Leia all over again.
But it's funny how like even Glinda throws little jabs, or like Elphaba said something about that something farm girl.
Yeah,
Why'd you just hand
that ditzy, yeah, that like ditzy or that like that rubish farm girl. It's something
unseemly,
like
something like that?
yeah, yeah.
It's
It's
like
just like,
damn.
oh,
So it would have been
poor
funny if it just
Dorothy.
cuts her and it's just a terrifying AI version, and then they
Yeah,
cut away quickly. Ah, God.
yeah. Oh,
But
um,
yeah, so the house drops on her. She
mm.
just quickly pawns off those shoes onto Dorothy before Elphaba can even get there.
Mm.
But then I thought that scene was pretty fun. The little cat fight, the random cat
The
fight
fight
scene.
scene, the fight scene was very fun. That was like, I was like,
Just so
there was some
random.
life to the movie to me. I was like, oh, this is fun because we'd seen so much in the movie without. I think the most of the magic of the original movie is the two of them interacting
Yeah.
and their relationship, and because they send so much of the movie not like in the same proximity to each other, a
Hmm.
lot of it is like to me I think that's kind of the gel that kind of makes it work. And I guess by necessity I guess you kind of have to have them kind of apart and at friction, and then there's like a whole love triangle thing going on. um and I think I can understand like what to make that work with the to make it gel with like the original plot of the Wizard of Oz. I understand how that makes sense, but
Yeah. I think that's a clear thing.
you know,
Yeah, that definitely affects the quality of the movie because you do miss that dynamic. Even Glinda, who has more time to shine in this movie than Elphaba does, kind of. You
yeah,
still don't get that same level of like the amount of laughs that she got in the first one. Like there was so many funny parts that we just didn't get that much in this movie. She has some
right,
funny bits, but not like tons of out loud laughing moments,
right, yeah.
um, which is
It is a
fun.
little bit more self serious in a lot of ways, which is weird to say about something that's set in the Wizard of Oz, where it's like self serious.
Fucking Tin Man and
Um,
Scarecrow type shit going
yeah,
on. Yeah.
yeah. Oh yeah. Also, Cowardly Lion.
Don't get me
That I
started
didn't
on
know
the
about. That
Cowardly
was
Lion.
that pissed me. That actually pissed me off. I was like, what? Come on.
That was my least favorite.
That was,
My least favorite thing they did in this movie. That was so half. It was like
yeah,
half fast. It was like
yeah. It
he
was.
cubnapped her, and then the Tin Man has the nerve to be like, if she let him fight his own battles, he wouldn't be such a coward. Now,
I'm like,
you know,
that's the dumbest thing I've
he was
ever
a
heard.
baby in a cage. And
Yeah, I was like, what?
now we're gonna say she's evil for doing that.
Yeah,
You can see all the other
and all the
things.
animals buy it, and all the animals buy it too. They're like, oh yeah, I guess you're right.
You can
It's like,
see,
wait, what? This
yeah.
person, she's been doing everything she can to help all of you
God
people,
damn.
you animals,
And by the end of the movie,
and
that's still what they think. They still think she's wicked,
yeah,
and
yeah.
this is great. But
The only ones that know are the flying monkeys. Like, come to an
yes,
understanding, even
yeah,
though it was just amazing because like that's actually a dynamic that I like a lot because she's the one that made that happen to them.
yeah.
That turned them into the flying kind of abominations that they are, and like they losing their ability to speak. And it's just, to me, I like that. I do like that they kind of come to understand her a little bit. I like that. That's kind of a
Because it's
nice thing. But
funny,
it's like,
yeah. When you see it happen in the last movie, it's like how do those flying monkeys end up like her army? You know,
yeah,
and so
right,
it's interesting to see that happen.
all
But
right,
yeah, the Cowardly Lion pissed me off. He
yeah. I was like, wow,
that guy
that was
was
a
a
lot.
freak, though. I mean, like the original had some charm to him, like the dude in a lion suit
Yeah. Oh
with the
yeah,
tail.
yeah, yeah, yeah. The Cowardly Lion, I think, like, it was probably Cowardly Lion was probably my favorite of in the original Wizard of Oz.
Hmm.
He was just funny. I don't know. It's just something
Yeah.
very silly and fun about it.
But in this one, it's just like it's a nothing burger. Literally, it's a nothing burger.
Yeah.
And we're just like,
Yeah.
he believes some propaganda shit, and we're just feeding that. All right.
Yeah.
And that's Coleman Domingo, by the way.
I know. I saw that. I
So,
was shocked. I was like, what?
because I remember them teasing at some point, like, you won't believe this, the this actor we got to play Courage the Cowardly Lion, Courage the Cowardly Dog of
Courage the cowardly, the cowardly lion.
Cowardly
Yes.
Lion. And then as I watched the movie, I still didn't know who was voicing this thing. It's pretty,
Until it came up in the credits.
yeah.
And it's like, it's Coleman Domingo. I was like,
Oh,
what? I remember I saw that. I was
wow.
like, what?
All right.
I thought that was funny when I saw that.
Yeah. Tin Man,
Um,
I think Ethan Slater actually did a good job in this movie. I think he had a pretty good performance.
yeah, yeah, I would say. Yeah, I mean, the character itself is like Bach is not like he's very like one note. Like he's not really the most dynamic character, but I would say as a performance, I thought he was great. There was a lot of like good sort of emotional reads just in general, and then after the turn when he turns into the Tin Man, it's just like, oh man, like it was great. I thought he was like he played like the kind of because like the Tin Man that we see in the Wizard of Oz is not like angry and kind of full of is bitter, but you get that like angry bitterness, and he just plays it like so
Yeah.
well. I thought it was great. Yeah.
And he's scary looking too, that Tin Man.
Yeah. Yeah, he is. He looks pretty horrifying.
By the way, the
Um,
nerve of Bach to break up with Nessa Rose and then feel comfortable enough telling her, oh, I gotta go interrupt this marriage because I gotta confess my love to this
yeah,
girl who I've loved ever since I've seen her.
yeah. I loved her for a
Well,
long time, basically since before I even talked to
the
you.
whole entire duration of
So,
our relationship, I've loved her. Even when we were hanging out in that field at some point off screen, I loved
yeah,
her too.
right. That's right. Yeah, what was up with that? I was like, oh, that was kind of a nice wholesome moment that I wish we could have
Like, when
seen
did that
in
happen?
the
It's
last
very kind
movie.
of unclear.
Yeah.
I don't know. But that was crazy. A lot of people saying out of pocket things in this movie, like when Elphaba just tells Glinda, "Yeah, he doesn't love you. He's never loved you," and so
Yeah.
that's tough.
I was like, wow. Yes. Yeah. Um.
And so,
Yeah, I'm trying to think of there's some other moments too where I'm just like, but why did you do that? There was like one in particular. There's one in particular that was why do I remember this?
Fiero.
Fiero.
Hmm.
It was the thing that happened. I was like, okay, these like other things are kind of silly and stupid and nitpicky, and I don't really like them because they don't make sense, and it's frustrating because it's like they're in. This is the one that's the most like, why did you do that? Is because the script demanded that he do that, where it was like he comes in and like turns on Glinda, and he's like, it's like, oh, I'll stay behind, and she's like, no, you come with me. He's like, no, I have to stay behind, and it was like, but why? Why do you have to stay behind? You could just fly off with her. You
Right.
didn't have to do that. Why did you stay? Why? Why did you stay behind? They could just fly out. Both of you could fly. You could just go fly
No.
off right now. Why did
No.
you have to stay
And that
behind?
one mistake, he's gonna hold that for eternity when he lives out a living hell as Scarecrow
Is
until
a
the day he
scarecrow?
never dies.
Yeah,
Like
because he can't die.
like how we just they just kind of like act like this is okay. We're just gonna let Tin Man like live in eternal hell off screen, and they're gonna Elphaba and the Scarecrow are gonna walk off into the sunset. That is not a happy ending. That's about to be the most hellish eternity ever, and he's gonna be stuck watching everybody he knows die and being a Scarecrow. So I mean, this is just great, and you
And
can't
so
reverse
I'm
it.
trying to remember. I know. So I'm trying to remember in the original, because obviously the wizard doesn't have any power. He's always been a huckster. But the reasons that they go to see the wizard, the reasons that they go to see the wizard are like, it's like what? Because the lion wants more courage, the Tin Man wants a heart, and the Scarecrow doesn't have a brain, so he wants a brain. So
Right.
it's like they don't really delve into any of that stuff in this, but it's like, what do they just like spin a lie to Dorothy when they're meeting her? They're just like, yeah, I want a brain. I don't know.
Like the Scarecrow, yeah, is the most different one because he doesn't
Yeah,
there's no point that he doesn't have a brain. They make a couple
No.
comments, like little hinting towards it before it happens, where he's like,
It,
"Have you misplaced your mind?" and stuff like that.
there's that, and there's when she's using like
This
the
shows the
book.
brain. Yeah.
There's that shows the brain there, and I was like, that's a cute little reference to the If I Only Had a Brain, but
But ultimately,
um,
yeah, he
yeah,
still has a brain.
yeah, very
He's
clearly,
good. Like he's really of sound mind. And
yeah,
so you got Tin Man who's super bitter for some reason, specifically towards Alphaba, and he got over the Nessa thing pretty quickly and just directed it
yeah. I
all
guess
on
she's dead.
Alphaba.
She's dead. I guess it's her fault that she's dead now because of reasons. Oh well, because the tornado. They think the tornado was done by her, but meanwhile, but it was actually Morrible that did it.
Mm-hmm.
Who was it? I don't remember. Did she do spell casting? She did spell casting in the first one, right? But
She did.
supposedly she said she had no power or something in this, right? She's like, I don't have any powers. It's like, why did she? How is it she didn't have power? I think I missed that. Like, how did she? Was
Madame
like the
Horrible?
thing that like yeah, was it like the thing that the alphabet took her power away from her? Was that sort of like the lie that they spun? I couldn't really remember.
I don't know. But yeah, she definitely
Um,
had that. And she could just fuck with
yeah,
weather. By the way, that's another thing when she's getting hauled off by those flying monkeys. And we're just
yeah,
like, that's it? Like she can cast a storm on their ass.
yeah, yeah. It's like she
She's an
can use
all
spells. I
powerful
don't know what
being.
I mean. Yeah, yeah,
So I don't
and
I guess maybe she has to focus and do all this, maybe a little bit.
yeah, all the stuff. Yeah, but um,
But so yeah,
also the
the cowardly lion, yeah, he wants courage because, Elphaba stripped him of that from saving him when he was a
yeah,
child.
for singing.
And Tin
Yeah,
Man
they just
wants the
leave
heart or whatever.
Dorothy and Toto are just like, just like we're just here. I guess I don't know. We're from Kansas.
Yeah,
I don't know.
and Fiero just tags along, you know.
Yeah,
He just makes up some excuse off screen like, I hate that witch. Let's go.
yeah. Let's go. Let's go get a broom. Let's do
Yeah.
it.
And so like of course Glinda can't be in on the death in the end, but he's in on it.
Mhm. Mm.
So Peter Dinklage didn't want to give him now. He didn't want to pay for one line for him, so we're gonna see Dillamond, Professor Dillamond. We'll see him, but that's about it.
Yes, they didn't. Yeah, was that why they did that? They didn't want to pay
It
him
seems like that's what
for
it
the
is
role.
because it's like we
It
cut.
was weird.
They did a close up on him at the end.
Yeah,
It's like, oh, he's about to speak. No,
and he didn't
nothing.
say anything.
Nothing. But because he
Yeah.
clearly, well, the thing is, because most of the time he can't speak. But by the end, they
Mm,
imply that the animals are better because like Dillamond's back in
right,
like teaching position, it
right.
seems. So at least the animals can get better, even though these Fiero and Bach are doomed. So
This is just screwed for the rest of eternity.
crazy.
um,
I saw a funny Letterboxd review that said it said Elphaba and Fiero will return in Dune Part 3.
that yes, the like the wastes outside of Oz look a lot like
Yeah,
the
even
Dune world.
Elphaba's like outfit even looks like it could be a Dune outfit with this like loose hood.
Yeah, I did read something kind of a little bit. So here's the thing: the this was based on from memory. This was based on the first book in a series of books that were written after. So because Frank L. Baum, I believe, is the original author of the Wonderful Wizard of Oz, and there's a whole series of Oz books in that series.
Hmm.
The author of Wicked wrote like I think he wrote several books, or maybe it was she. I don't remember. They wrote several books, kind of in sort of telling of this sort of universe.
Okay.
So I don't know. I read something that was still kind of alarming to me. I was like, I really hope you don't. Please don't do it. I read something where they were thinking about like expanding the Wicked universe, and I was like,
Uh, how do
let's
you
not do
expand?
that.
How
Please
do we
stop
expand?
doing that.
How are we
Yeah,
expanding?
stop it. The IP hellscape world that we live in, I please stop. You can stop here. I didn't love it. I found it entertaining to a degree. I had like we've kind of gone into a lot of those issues just built up to the point where it was a little annoying to watch, but performances were still good. The ultimate overall ending is like it culminates. It has a nice satisfying ish and satisfying enough ending to be like, yeah, there's a nice little bow on it. There you go. You don't need to. Please don't do any more. You didn't. You did. You don't need to do more.
I don't even know what that means. I don't like. What do you expand? I don't know what we've
I don't
seen.
know. We'll
Every
have to
Wizard of Oz character.
the Munchkin. Maybe we'll do the Munchkin verse. I don't know. We can just go to the. Let's pick their brains a little bit. And what's going on in there?
Yeah,
Was there a Munchkin revolution that was brewing behind the scenes
it's, it's a highly
when they had
yeah.
all their rights stripped away? You know?
It's like a Fantastic Beasts moment waiting to happen.
Yeah.
Um. Yeah, I think it's satisfying enough, but really could have been juicy. Like I was saying, even that just had that little scene would have worked wonders because then you can just fill in the rest. Like, oh, maybe they met up at some point, and
Sure.
yeah. So, but it's like no, never, no contact.
Yeah. To me, it's just kind of like a sort of odd note to end on. Like
I get the for
I
good
want to say
song, I
like
guess, kind of just like
yeah,
we might not see each other again, but at least we've been
right,
changed by each other.
right,
But
right. And that ultimately that was very emotionally satisfying because
yeah,
they're incredible together. Like I can seriously, the performances are so good. I can really buy their friendship, and like even though it's like they've obviously had tough times, with the fight and everything, it's like they just sell they sell that like strong bonded female friendship like super well,
mm,
and uh I really like that a lot. I thought it was lovely that the
yeah,
duet is just like beautiful. It's a great end, and it's kind of a great note to end on. No pun intended, but like it is for their like relationship. It is like
yeah,
very very satisfying. The way to get there is very bumpy because it's like also Elphaba's turn is also kind of crazy sudden where she's just like, quick, I'll save Fiero. And then it was like, oh, I don't know, maybe not. I'll just be evil now. And it's like, whoa, okay. Hold on. Why did this happen all of a sudden?
but she's never actually
Um,
evil though.
and she's never really actually evil either.
No,
That's the
give
thing.
her a moment.
She's like, I'm gonna fine. I'll be as wicked as they think I'll be, and then it's like, but then you never really are. So
Cause
it's like,
she's a nice lady, and so you can
yeah,
take a nice
she's
lady and make her the Wicked Witch, and then she'll be like, "All
yeah,
right, I'll be the villain if you say so." And then it's just like,
and then she's still just a nice
uh,
lady.
yeah,
She's fine. She'll lock Dorothy down in the
yeah, that was kind of crazy. I loved
that was
the Dorothy is somehow the butt of the joke in these things. Just
yeah.
she's not the Wicked Witch, but I will just lock this girl down because why do you have my dead sister's shoes? This is crazy.
Yeah, it's kind of dark, That's kind of grim. Like why do
Just
you have
died.
those?
Like Alphaba doesn't really take a moment to mourn anyone in this. Like she never. Obviously her father always had this resentment towards her, but we never see her mourning
Mhm.
him. And then Nessa is dead. There's no moment to mourn her. It's like, the whole mess of stuff happens with her, and she just like, has to
Yeah.
keep pushing.
Yeah, well that's what I mean, like everyone feels kind of also like uh but Glinda's character arc is also like a regression almost from the last movie as well. Like I don't know. It's like to me this is the thing where like it almost would have been this is what I mean where it almost would have been more interesting to have it be like when they meet up before the wedding, it having been this sort of ruse that they play. Fine, we'll play out our roles respectively. We'll make everyone
Yeah,
think that we are these people, but like kind of spin this like maybe there's some way, particularly when Dorothy shows up, it's like fine, now we have a way to trick everyone to thinking we've resolved this. We can make Oz a better place. We can be free of the lies of the wizard. Um, Defeating me will open up the door to kind of allow that to be kind of revealed. and then but then we can each like go our separate ways, play the role that they think we need to play, but then ultimately get what we want out of it, but even better because like we're better people that now because of each other. But like didn't really do anything with that. And so instead it's like, okay. Also, I mean, I don't know. Was it supposed to so is this supposed to be like a twist? Because it's like we see it very obviously in the beginning of the first movie that the wizard and this lady have an affair. He's drinking this green liquor, and that's what produces her. And it's like I don't know if that's supposed to be a twist, but like then the statement, oh, the reason that she's so powerful is because she's a product of two
Of
worlds. And
both worlds. Yes.
I'm like, huh? And that's it. That's all we get from that. It's like that don't make a lick of sense. Like I just like that doesn't really make any sense to me at all. Like, I don't know. It's
I
just
don't
like,
know.
huh? Because it's like he doesn't have any magic, and she doesn't really either. He's just a huckster.
He's like
But I
force
guess that
sensitive or something.
yeah, he passed on the midichlorians
Like
in his seed. You know, I don't know, but like
yeah, it
it
was
just
weird,
that
and
just
the
was
fact that
kind
he
of
was shocked by that too was funny. He
yeah.
still had no
It was like
idea.
yeah, he had. It's like you didn't have any idea. What do you mean? How'd you not know?
So it was a
Can you figure
twist
this
for
out?
him. Like
Yeah,
it was very spelled out for us, but it was a
yeah.
twist for the
It was a
wizard
twist for the
too.
wizard. um,
I
yeah.
will say, and for good, that song I just think
Hmm.
is a beautiful song too. I think the lyrics are really
Yeah.
nice.
Oh, I
It's like
agree. I totally agree.
it's a nice message,
Yeah.
though. It is like I don't see any way in which Glinda couldn't say that. Like she definitely changed for the better, right? Like you could
Yeah.
say Elphaba, I don't know, maybe not, but Glinda
Yeah.
definitely changed for the better because of meeting her.
Sure.
But
100%.
it's like
That's
I
what I
don't
mean.
know, I don't know if I could say whether it changed for the better or not, but it definitely changed for good.
It is interesting because like I do feel like this is almost more her story, Glinda's story in the
Yeah,
part two. Whereas part one was I would say was like it was sort of the both of them, but this one felt very much more like this is Glinda's story. Um, Particularly
yeah,
with the Girl in the Bubble song, which was not in the original,
big
but I think
shiny bubble.
I really liked it because I think it helped sort of like clarify kind of the sort of emotional stuff that
Mhm.
she's going through at that period in the story. And that was the one thing that's like, okay, this makes a lot of sense that this is happening and that she's thinking about things like this, even though it's
Yeah,
like you kind of had gotten to this point in the previous film already,
right.
but whatever.
And that's the thing we didn't touch on, but a lot of musicals do it, but it's heavy on the reprisals. You know,
Yes.
a lot of callbacks to the original songs and like
Yeah.
little
There's
flips on them where it's like Ariana Grande singing "I'm Not That Girl." Now
yeah,
because she got left now in reverse.
right. There's that one. I like the limited. We are limited.
Yeah,
That's that versus unlimited. I like that. That was like there's some nice like twists and plays on that, but it's still like missing that extra oomph. Like
yeah,
For Good is a great song to end on, but it's just missing something in there to really like a big hook kind of number.
yeah. Like "No Good Deed" is a really strong from Cynthia
Mhm.
Erivo. That's a really good. No good deed goes unpunished.
Yeah, it's definitely a strong vocal performance. It's just like
But it's hard to
to me it
compare
was
to
like this.
Defying Gravity, yeah.
It
Because
really is. It's
for
really hard to
good,
compare to that.
for good is like that the equivalent, but it's just.
Mhm.
I mean, it's an amazing song, Defying Gravity. So
Yeah.
that's why sometimes you set yourself up for a tough task going in the second half, where it's like we just ended the first movie on our best song period. So it's like
Right.
we'll give you some pretty good songs. How about that?
Yeah.
How's
Yeah.
that? Some pretty good songs and a lot of callbacks.
Yeah.
But
But the
and
callbacks themselves are also like usually just like a couple lines that are sung. And it's like, oh,
yeah,
it's just like it's fine. I mean, it works mostly in a lot of musicals when they do that, but
But yeah, overall, I think to me, especially like the second time watching, I think their dynamic and their performances, and a couple of the other performances. Michelle Yeoh is not very remarkable, but a couple
I
of
kind of didn't really like her all that much in the first one either, if I'm being
no,
honest. And
she's
she was just
kind of
kind
been
of
the
okay
weak
here again.
link. Yeah,
Yeah, which is too bad because I think Michelle Yeoh is great in most things, and
yeah,
I just
she's
thought
awesome,
it's kind of weird because I was like, her performance just kept bumping me. I was like,
and she
I
shouldn't
don't
be
know, I just
singing.
thought
She shouldn't be doing that.
she should,
Don't quit your day job, right?
don't. Aw.
But I think to
um,
me, as much as like we've talked almost always all our criticisms this whole time, I still
yeah,
think that those things are enough, and it's like we can take them for granted a little bit because we saw them in the first one. But like Cynthia Erivo and Ariana Grande, their performances obviously are amazing, but also their vocal performances too. Just
I,
they're great, and so I think that is enough to elevate the movie to be like acceptable and say I like the movie,
I,
but it's not amazing.
yeah, I would actually agree with that. Because I think I've come, I kind of is like the more I thought about it, I think the more I actually came down a little bit on the movie. But I do agree with you that I think that it is enough. Their performances, their dynamic as the sort of through line, despite it all, I think that is enough for the movie. To make it at least like I wouldn't call this horrible. I would just call this like acceptable. It's not great, it's not stellar, but it's also like many have pointed out, like I even acknowledge, like knowing that I didn't really know many of the songs from the second half. The second half of Wicked is just not really very great. It's a messy and it's shaky, and even the most ardent fans of Wicked kind of admit that. Like everyone I'm aware of that's seen it would say that about it.
Yeah,
Um,
and I'm seeing
but
a lot from those people of like they did the best with what they had. They
yeah,
did about as
right,
good as you could
yeah,
do.
yeah,
So it's
right.
tough. It's like you want to give them credit for that, but at the same time, well, it does make it objectively
Mm.
a step
Hmm.
down. So we got to reflect that as well. But
Right. But as a whole, I think it's going to make I think it is will make a very satisfying two-parter, kind of like a movie night kind of thing to
mm-hmm.
watch both of them together. I think
Yeah,
it would be great. I mean, and again, I have my problems with the second half, but I think the first movie, like I said, it's really grown on me. I think I might have given it an 8. I feel like I probably would go up to like an 8.5 on it now.
we both gave eight
Even
point five actually. So
okay. It's okay. I think that's pretty that's about where I'd be with it. I really like that first one a lot.
yeah, and I mean even more testament to like the second half of Wicked in general just being worse is the fact that they did like make this all at the same time, and it's just like
Yeah,
that movie happened to get the better
right.
cut of it. So,
Yeah. Yeah.
um, all right, what do you say we do our final score?
All right.
3, 2, 1, flip. 7.5.
6.5.
Tough. It's tough.
Yeah, but a 7 is not so bad. I mean, 8.5 to a 7 is a little tough, but um averaging them both out, that's still pretty good. That's still that's still a pretty good product
Tarqaron
overall.
score is 7, right?
Mhm.
Or yeah,
Yep, yep. It was 7.5 and 6.5. So yeah, Tarkron score is 7.
yeah. To me, it was still something special, I think, and so I'm definitely grateful for this two movie experience, and
Yeah.
will be
It was
memorable.
nice. For sure. I think it's definitely like there's definitely like a moment, a cultural moment kind of with this, which is kind of fun to be sort of to sort of bear witness to.
Yeah,
Because this movie's been in the works for a long time, is my understanding. Like I think they may have had they probably had a completely different cast at some point. Um so they've been trying to make this for a while. And I think them making it now is the time, and I think they did overall pretty. I mean, solid casting, and yeah. I mean, it's good. I'm glad that they were able to kind of make this work, and it's just probably going to be extremely. Even though it's not being reviewed very well, everyone's going to go see it.
Mhm.
It's already made like a bunch of money, so
And so,
seeing like box
yeah.
office results of like, I don't know if it was of Saturday or something, but it was like, so it was like box office results. It's like Wicked 150 million on this day, and then it was like Now You See Me, Now You Don't 2 or whatever, or 3 or whatever
Mhm.
it is like 9 million.
Yeah.
Like that's number 2, and I'm like, oh my goodness.
Yeah, this is
So
a movie
yeah,
where I'm not gonna look at that and be like, oh man, it doesn't deserve to be making that much money. It's like
yeah,
I'm
no, it
totally
makes
down.
sense. I don't. I wouldn't. I wouldn't say that it doesn't deserve it
It's
either.
not a Moana
So
2.
it's
Definitely
not
not a
Moana
Moana
2.
2.
The fact that they made $1 billion, it fills me with such sadness. like
So, and I'll say, so Cynthia Erivo has been around. She's been doing acting for some time. She's been
mm,
nominated for other performances before. So
hmm
I'm sure we'll see plenty more greatness from her. Ariana Grande is the one I'm like, it's a question mark to me. Like,
yeah,
could I see her doing other roles? That would be interesting if she gets more into acting. I don't know, because this is such a
it,
unique role. I don't know.
it is. I will say this is like, as- this is feels like a role that was like built for her, like entirely.
Mm-hmm.
Like she's really owned it in such a fun and satisfying way.
Yeah.
Um, and it is awesome to just see like both of them work off each other so well. I think Cynthia Erivo is phenomenal, and
Yeah.
I I can't I'm looking forward to seeing her in more things too. Um, I
Holding
but
space. We're holding space.
yeah, yeah, we hope so. Here's the thing. I also hope that like both of them, the press tour and everything, just like as a brief aside on the press, the sort of like tour, the press tour and
Mm-hmm.
stuff that's been going on.
Yeah.
It's been very odd. It's been very strange for both movies. It was kind of
Yeah.
and they. I hope they're okay. There's just something about the way that they talk about things and the way they interact. That, like they also like they kind of look gaunt. Like they don't really look necessarily in the peak of health.
Mm-hmm.
And I just like I hope they're okay. I don't know what happened through like the stress of this role or something happened that we're not aware about. But I'm just like every time I see them, I'm like, man, I hope you're all right.
Yeah.
It's just I don't know what's going on there, but this is um,
Yeah.
but yeah,
And as an aside at the end here, because it's not really
hmm
relevant to the movie itself, but I do think
hmm
about Oscars and award stuff now.
yeah,
This was one of those movies that everybody was like, this is a shoe in for all these awards, essentially. Um, and it's like, since they haven't had rave reviews, now it's put into question. It's still very likely be nominated for multiple things. But,
costume,
Cynthia Erivo might not be nominated, whereas before they thought it was like a shoe in, she'll be nominated again.
yeah,
Just because she didn't get enough moments to shine in this movie compared to the other one. And it's not as well received. But Ariana Grande, people are thinking will still has a good shot at winning. And
I feel like she's got a nod here for sure because this is really more her movie as well. So,
but it's like not only being nominated but potentially winning. And even
mm,
if it's like objectively she might not have had the best performance out of whoever it ends up being, there's also like a sentiment of like she might have maybe should have won last year, so that's always plays
yeah,
a part as well. And that's
hmm
one where it's like I'd have to see who else is nominated, but I wouldn't be mad at that at all because I do think she should have won last year. So
yeah,
it would
yeah.
be kind of nice. But yeah, I mean, generally, if a movie isn't at super high praise, it lowers your chances significantly. But it still might find its way into Best Picture. It still might get. It'll definitely be nominated for like production, makeup and hairstyling, those things.
Probably
But
it might be production design. I think costuming and makeup should be up
yeah,
there.
yeah, yeah.
I think it was there last year. I think I would say that again. It should be there.
They do have
Because
some
that's
stiff
kind of
competition still on those, but
yeah, it's true.
so I don't think it's as guaranteed to win an award as it was before. Obviously, it was much more highly received, the original, but
Mm-hmm.
it's just interesting to think about because it was just assumed pretty much from the moment people started talking about Oscars the following year. It's like, well, it's the same role they're doing a year later, so they're just gonna be there, nominated again.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's
But,
just like here it is again. This is Wicked for Good.
which is funny, even just as a concept of being nominated twice for like the same production that you did. It was
Yeah.
one production. But yeah, Wicked for Good.
Mm.
I don't know if us seeing these movies has changed us for the better, but it's definitely changed us for the good.
Anything just for good. That's right.
For
I can't do
good.
it. I can't duet it with you. I'm sorry. We're not the vocal range for this
Yeah.
for this performance.
There it is. There it is. Let us know your thoughts about Wicked for Good, because I know there are people that still love it, and I'm sure people hate it. But anybody?
I didn't hate this. The 6.5 is mainly more in the like the problems are just too wide to ignore. I still overall enjoyed my time with it. It's just like I wasn't wowed like I was with the first one. So
watch it again. Maybe you'll go up 0.5 like I did.
maybe I could. It's entirely possible.
Every time you watch, you get up 0.5. So,
Maybe I'll go down, Zach. Maybe I'll go down.
no.
I'll go down more. No.
But yeah, I think most people are like, even if you love the original, this one's not as good.
Yep.
But it is what it is.
It's what it is.
It was a fun time. Back-to-back years. Good experience. So
Yeah.
we'll be here for Wicked 3 times over. No.
Wicked X3.
And it's set in that Beyond Oz sand world.
Right.
Where Glinda gets clued in that Elphaba's alive, and she gets to go out into the desert world and explore, and gets caught in all sorts of side quests.
Meanwhile, in the background, the plot of Return to Oz is going on.
Okay.
The cult classic.
I don't know what that cult classic is.
Oh, Return to Oz?
Yeah.
Oh, that was sort of like a famous sort of it was a Disney production, but it was like a surprisingly dark movie. It came out in the 80s. It has like a weird kind of like cult reputation following, because I guess it's like it's kind of one of those things where it's like surprisingly like, how is this movie is like geared to children, but it's like really dark and deals with like a lot of like heavy themes and stuff, I guess. I've never seen it. I don't really remember a whole lot about it, but I do know that it was like, it's one of those movies that sort of has some like, wow. Wow, Disney produced this. Like this.
I remember I watched Oz the Great and Powerful.
Yeah.
That was a movie.
I heard the movie was a movie. I heard it was the movie.
I couldn't tell you one detail about that. Wasn't like Mila Kunis in that movie?
Was she?
I don't know.
James Franco played Oz.
Yes.
Right? Yeah.
He's in there.
Right?
I think there's a monkey involved. I don't remember. Surely there's a monkey involved. There you go. Wicked for Good. Subscribe to the channel for more movie reviews and game reviews. Survivor every week. Discussions, random games and shenanigans.
We reviewed other musicals as well, if you're interested in that. Mostly film adaptations of musicals, but
and Shrek the Musical.
And Shrek the Musical, that's right. That's the only one.
We gotta do SpongeBob the Musical with Ethan Slater.
Yeah, I was gonna be like, oh, SpongeBob, who was the Tin Man.
In the meantime, I'm gonna recommend a random Tarqaron video for you to check out next. Why don't you go check out our review of West Side Story? Hello.
Hey, one of that's the 2021 film, right?
2021 adaptation directed by Steven Spielberg. You might have heard of him.
Yeah, it was really good.
Steven Spielberg is set to direct Wicked 3. Coming soon.
Can
Yeah.
you imagine?
Yeah. And so, sound off below. Let us know your thoughts on Wicked for Good. And that's the last we'll hear of it. That's it. The end
That's
of
it.
Wicked.
That's it for good. For good.
All right. Bye now. Bye bye now.